Assalamu alaikum everyone. That means peace. I'm Yvonne Maffei, publisher of MyHalalKitchen.com, your online resource for halal cooking, baking, and living. I receive so many good questions from readers, and I know that all of you can benefit from the questions and the responses. So I'd like to share with you one that I think is a really important one to address. Here goes. Whenever I eat out or go shopping for fresh meat, I want to make sure that what I'm consuming is dhabiha halal. Dhabiha means slaughtered properly according to Islamic standards. But I'm unsure how to ask without offending the shop owner. How should I ask? I think this is such a great question because it seems to me like the reader is wanting to find out, how to ask without being impolite or rude, and that's a great thing to want to do, because just because you're a customer and you're planning to purchase something doesn't give anybody the right to demand anything from a shop owner. So it's really imperative, if you want to get some answers, to ask the right questions. So the first thing is to do a little bit of homework before you leave for the store or for a restaurant. For example, if you're looking for halal restaurants, you can go to zabiha.com. That's Zabiha with an H at the end, and they will give you a list of restaurants that are confirmed halal, or they'll tell you if there's alcohol served at the restaurant but the meat is halal, things like that. And it has phone numbers you can call and find out more, just by way of all the information that's on that app to your phone or the website. But you should also know about certification agencies either in your area or in your country. So here in the US, the largest certifier of halal products is Ifanka, and you can go to their website, ifanka.org, and they'll tell you about products that they certify halal. They don't certify every single product halal, but there's plenty. And so if you're shopping in a store and you're not sure about the label on it, you can always look it up on Ifanka, on Ifanka's website, and see what the protocols are for it being halal and things like that. They have a great amount of information. But let's talk about getting into the store. So when you walk into a store and there's a halal sign, it's really easy to feel really excited, like, oh, everything is halal. But then some sort of skepticism might come to play, and you think, well, I'm not really sure, there's no authenticity here, there's no paperwork, now what? So one of the first things I can say is to be sure that you ask the questions like this. For example, what's their definition of halal? What's their definition of dhabiha? Some shop owners might not be aware of the supply chain of their animals. They might say, well, we get our meat from Brazil or Canada or wherever, and they really aren't sure how the animals were raised. They can't really tell you that, or they're not sure about the farms that they come from. To me, that's sort of a red flag, but it doesn't mean that that it's completely bad. It's just maybe they need to find out the information to get back to you. So it's really good to ask questions like that. And if you don't see any paperwork at all, never demand to see a halal certificate or anything like that. Just politely ask where it is. A lot of times I've been in stores and the certificate is in a conspicuous area where you might not really even think to look, but it's there. And I think when you ask nicely, people are more than willing to tell you where it is. It's also important to ask the right person. Sometimes when we're asking the person who's chopping up the meat or grinding the meat, they might not know. They might be there for that specific person. So you really need to ask for the owner or the manager, and I'm sure that they'll have those answers for you. All in all, it's important to be an educated halal consumer. So if you walk into any establishment and they are reluctant to be transparent, then you can rethink whether or not you'd like to patronize that restaurant or store, and think about other places that will offer you more information to make the right purchases. If you have any other questions, feel free to contact me at contact@myhalalkitchen.com with your questions, and I'll try to answer them in video. And you can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest at myhalalkitchen.com.